Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Ryan. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 16 yards, a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
50 seconds to Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me.
On 2nd down, Freeman. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Back deep is Darren Sproles.
The Eagles get the first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Slam, slam, slam. Check, 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 check. Check safety, check safety. Run, run. Check, 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 check. Sunday, Sunday. Here, lotion, lotion.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check back, check back. Alert flare, flare. Check 3, check 3. Check 37, check 37. Wall. Hey, kill, hey, 4-2, kill. 59.
Wentz. Right side caught by Jackson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Tighten up. Begin. Slam. Kill.
To throw is Wentz. Flush to his right. And it's a fumble.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. To throw, it's Wentz. And he's got it complete to Darren Sproles. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though. And it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that 3rd down, keeping the the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. He threw the little dump off to his back, and nice effort picking up the first down, though. And you're right. That opening drive, keep those chains moving.
This pass complete. Wentz to Ertz. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
18 on the play. 1st down, Philadelphia.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
He's checking.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5 up to the 25-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Ryan, he'll have a 1st down past the 40, as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, back 25. Get in the weight room.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Gets it off to Freeman. A gain of 32 that time. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
On 1st down, Ryan. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Go. 57. Mike, 57.
Ryan will throw again. And that will be incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So a field goal try here on 4th down as the Falcons call on Matt Bryant. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Bryant is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field. Trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10.
Ram. No. Ram 5-7.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, check 24. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Slam. Watch the twitch.
Throwing is Wentz. He finds an opening past the 40. Wide open receiver complete. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Check 13. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Rip left.
Now it's Sproles. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. 25!
From just shy of midfield, Wentz. This one complete to Sproles. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 35.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Now Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
He's checking crack. Show me. Empty.
From the red zone now, Wentz. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Bang, 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 bang. Great. Check 24.
Sproles. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Darren Sproles in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have taken the lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Falcons 3. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They go with Howard to begin the drive. On to stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Switch. Check nickel. Shit. Ram. Check 43. Check 52.
Again, it's Howard. And an alley to run. Space to maneuver at the 40. The 40. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, 75 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now it's Ryan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Go. Jim.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Down the man inside. Down the man. Back. Spawn. No. Switch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Stroll so quick and agile. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Bravo! Alert 3! Kill! List 5-2!
Throwing on first is Wentz. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
List 5-3! Check 49!
Now Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kamal Ishmael. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Charles, before the game, you and I were looking at the still undefeated teams in the league, and Detroit's technically won at 2-0-1, but let's look at the 3-0 teams. The Bills, Patriots, Chiefs, Cowboys, Rams, 49ers, and Packers. I'm guessing if I ask you who would lose first, you might say Buffalo because they play New England this weekend.
I think you're right about that because that's what you look at. What's the schedule tell us? We know the 49ers are safe because they got an open week coming, so they should be okay on that one. But you would say Buffalo, even though they're at home, New England gets them. But as a wild card, putting them on upset alert, Green Bay on Thursday night with a desperate Philadelphia team coming in. You know, you've got to be really careful with that, despite the fact Green Bay's defense has been so impressive in the early going.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And the return will stop right around the 25.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hatchie. Check 99, check 99. Check 15, check 15. Hey, Lou.
On first down, Howard. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Switch up. Hey, switch gears. Check 26.
Here's Wentz to throw. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey there to make the grab. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. It comes out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach has walked.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Let him go.
To throw is Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
He sets to fire deep. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. They give him a gain of 37. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
51, down.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Ryan, and he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He's got Sanu. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Ryan now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Here's Ryan. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's second and 21.
Don't get nervous.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on fourth down. They're going on fourth down. It's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. throw again is Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
On second and goal, Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now a play fake here on first down. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Ryan now going to try to run the option left. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
It's now 3rd and 15.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Ryan now going to try to run the option left. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got his man complete. 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 73 yards. And the Falcons cut into that lead.
You've got to understand situational football, because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did.
Now Ryan to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, If you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Bleeding Ray Wilson. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the